The 2024 Pro Bowl rosters were revealed Wednesday night exclusively on NFL Network. And leading the way, the San Francisco 49ers. The NFC's current number one seed led all teams with 9 Pro Bowl selections, including running back Christian McCaffrey. The Ravens had the second most selections with 7, including quarterback Lamar Jackson. For the complete Pro Bowl rosters, check out NFL.com. In other news, Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence practiced for the first time since injuring his shoulder back in Week 16. Lawrence was limited, but is hopeful to play in Sunday's potential division-clinching game against the Titans. The Buccaneers say quarterback Baker Mayfield would not have practiced Wednesday if they held a full workout due to a rib injury. But the quarterback says he's doing everything he can to play Sunday. The Bucs would clinch the NFC South with a win in Carolina. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Paid after portrayal.
I didn't see it coming. Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my dad, it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me. The mortgage, car payments, and all the other bills. Even things like our annual summer vacation would be out of reach. I had heard about life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. I knew it was time to stop putting it off and get life insurance right now. I got on my computer and went to ethoslife.com. In just 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected. Thanks to Ethos, my family won't have to worry about the bills if the unpredictable happens to me.
Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's GETETHOS.com.
It's a Thursday, 4th day of January, 2024. I'm Carroll. In the newsroom, it's Gene. The Imperial Valley version of Stanley and Laura and Oliver, right?
Yeah. Okay. And Laurel, huh?
Yes. Oh, well. Anyway, it's another beautiful day. I love these mornings.
It is beautiful. That for sure. A little nip in the air. It feels good.
Yeah. Well, wait till the weekend.
That's what I understand. Snow flurries, blowing ice and dust.
Yeah, well, we're waiting for the Mount Signal Ski Chalet to reopen for the weekend.
Well, there's always a chance that that could happen.
Yeah.
It hasn't yet, but...
Well, we're waiting. It's been a while.
Anticipation.
Okay. Coming up, we've got all sorts of things. We will take a look at world and California news, local news, sports, financial news, weather, good stuff. And it's about time we remind people that we're on YouTube. Our morning show from 7:30 till 8, available on our Kxo YouTube channel. You can subscribe. It's free. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to pay us for, $200 or $300, you could.
Yeah, send me money. That's okay. A new bill has been filed in an Oklahoma legislature. The bill would require the 10 Commandments to be displayed in public school classrooms. Now, according to the bill, it can be either a poster or a framed copy of the biblical teachings. No word on stone tablets, but, Gene, they have the same thing in Hollywood, but there they call it the 10 Suggestions.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Truth.
Speaking of that, it amazes me how many people that are of the opinion that a stop sign is a mere suggestion.
Yeah, step on the pedal lightly.
Yeah.
I think that's how they...
As in Michigan, we used to refer to that as a Buckeye safety stop. Yeah.
You look both ways, right? You just
Sometimes.
don't stop.
Yeah, and, just to point out again, in California, you can turn right on a red light after you stop. Somebody in front of me yesterday, turning right on a red light, just blew right through the red and turned right, and it was right in front of me.
Right there.
Right there.
Right over there.
Yes.
Right that way, and not to the left, but right.
Right there.
Yeah.
How about some birthdays today? Actor Barbara Rush is 97. Actor Diane Cannon, 85. Actor Ann Magnuson, 68. Actor Julian Sands, 66. Michael Stipe of REM, 64. Actor Dave Foley, 61. Actor Dot Jones, 60. Actor Rick Hurst is 59. Actor Julia Ormond, 59. Actor Josh Stamberg, 54. Actor Jeremy Licht, 35. I'm sorry, 53. That dyslexia
he's
jumps
counting.
up.
Yeah.
Actor Damon Gupton, 51. Actor Jill Marie Jones, 49. Actor Darcy Carden, 44. Comedian actor Charlene Yee, 38. Okay, and local birthdays coming up. Humble Farmer Brewing on Imperial Avenue, across from Johnny's Burritos in Imperial. They open at 4 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come on in, try out their locally brewed beer, a great selection of wines, and full food menu. Enjoy happy hour from 4 till 6. Fill up a growler to go. Delicious, refreshing, seasonal drafts on tap. Follow Humble Farmer Brewing on Facebook and Instagram for weekly events. They're kid-friendly, so you can bring the whole family. Humble Farmer Brewing, Imperial Avenue, across from Johnny's Burritos in Imperial. We have happy birthday wishes today for Gerardo Murgia, Justine Ann Margaret, Manuel Estrada, Mitch Edgman, Wilma Malone, Luis Beltran, Marissa Moran, Lucille Britton, Linda Martinez, Miguel Solano, Manuel Avila Jr., Margot Campbell, Olivia Carrillo, Pete Gonzalez, Rod Valdez, Jerry Thomas, and Sherry Thomas, twins. Happy birthday from KXO. Okie dokie. Well, let's see. The 2024 Summer Olympics are coming up in Paris. Are you ready for that?
You know, I'll get ready.
Okay.
I'll get ready.
Yeah. Well, NBC announced that Snoop Dogg will serve as a primetime analyst for this year's Olympic Games in Paris. He'll be the only person at the Olympics more stoned than the guys on the U.S. skateboarding team.
We'll be going really slow.
Yes, Snoop Dogg has definitely gone mainstream.
Yeah, he sure has.
Yes. And, you know, he's laughing all the way to the bank.
All the way to the bank, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well. And I just hope that you can see him through the haze on the screen, right?
It could be a challenge.
It could be.
You just never know.
Yes. Yeah, okay. We've got some news. And,
we do. Got some good news coming up.
Well, look to the sky this afternoon. Keep your eyes glued to the sky, and we'll tell you why.
Okay.
Right now, it's a look at World in California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Is your heat pump working? Are you going to be able to keep warm with the chilly temperatures coming up? Check it out and then call Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief and a developing story. Police in Perry, Iowa say there's been a shooting at the city's high school. No further details yet. An update due at 11 Eastern Time. Perry is about 40 miles northwest of Des Moines. The U.S. is reopening 4 border crossings in California, Arizona, Texas, as House Speaker demands the president come up with a solution. The Biden administration demands help from Congress. Homeland Security Chief Alejandro Mayorkas on CBS Mornings.
The system is broken, and it is also underfunded. We need Congress to fix the system, and we need the resources to administer it.
An attack in Iraq has killed a top leader of an Iranian-backed militia, which has targeted Americans in the Middle East. CBS's Cammie McCormick has more.
The airstrike took place in central Baghdad, according to Iraqi officials. It comes as Israel's war with Hamas continues, and Iranian-backed militias have stepped up attacks on bases housing U.S. troops in Iraq and Syria.
CBS News Brief, I'm Peter King.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. The legislature convened for day one of its new session Wednesday when protesters demanding a ceasefire in Gaza took over the rotunda and disrupted the proceedings.
As Jews, as elders, as U.S. taxpayers, this is not okay. This is funding genocide.
The Senate quickly adjourned for the day. The protests reportedly peaceful, no arrests reported. Governor Gavin Newsom launching a ballot measure that would appropriate $6 billion to new behavior housing and treatment centers across the state to address homelessness and drug abuse.
If you're finally here to address and support solutions to this problem, then you've got to support an initiative that will create 11,000 new units of housing.
He says the reforms refocus billions of dollars in already existing funds to prioritize those with the deepest mental health needs. Some beaches in L.A. County are closed after a sewage spill. Wednesday's spill happened dozens of miles away at the Rubio Wash in San Gabriel, but it went into the L.A. River and washed down to the coast. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
I tried to quit smoking cigarettes probably hundreds of times over the years. 2 or 3 days into quitting again, I go get into a vehicle, and guess what? There's a pack of cigarettes in there. I mean, I've got the unlit cigarette in my hand. And I said to myself, why do I even try to quit if I'm going to cave so easily every time? Something clicked in my head that told me I can do this.
Every attempt is part of your story to quit for good. Visit Kick It California today at kickitca.org.
This is Mary Stoddard. Did you know there's a way to outsmart COVID if you get it? Now there are medicines that can treat COVID whether or not you've been vaccinated, which is great news, especially if you're over 50. If taken in the first 5 days of having symptoms, COVID medicines can help stop the illness from getting serious. Call a healthcare provider or the statewide COVID hotline at 833-422-4255 to learn more about COVID medicines. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
And it's page one of the local news, page one, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors, at the Imperial Valley Mall, and in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
Taking a look at the latest in local news, we promised you something good. Well, it's with the new year. It comes with the return of the Blue Angels. The Naval Flight Demonstration Squadron will fly into Naval Air Facility El Centro today. They're expected to arrive at 2 this afternoon. The Blue Angels will begin their winter training for the 2024 show season. Approximately 90-day training is expected to wrap up with the traditional air show at the base. The Blue Angels are based out of Pensacola, Florida, and have trained at Naval Air Facility El Centro for over 50 years. El Centro's Sector Border Patrol says the number of encounters have decreased. They say the numbers are for the first 2 months of the new fiscal year. During that time, they say the number of encounters are down 73%. As compared to the same period a year ago. In October and November, agents encountered 3,836 migrants as compared to 14,340 encountered during the same time period in 2022. The El Centro sector decline is second to Yuma. They had 76.1% decline in encounters. Other sectors also reported declines. However, San Diego and Tucson reported major increases. Shelters for migrants in Mexicali are reportedly at half capacity. KXO News Time, 7:42.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for El Centro Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentromotors.net. El Centro Motors mobile service vans. What a great idea.
Hard to believe, but nominations for Mardi Gras, King and Queen, the city of El Centro is accepting those nominations. The deadline to submit nominations is 5 p.m. January the 10th. Nomination forms are available at the El Centro Community Center on 1st Street in El Centro. The El Centro Mardi Gras coronation reception will be January the 18th at the City Hall. The new king and queen will participate in interviews with various media, promoting the Mardi Gras Parade and Street Festival on February the 24th. The king and queen traditionally ride in the light parade that ends up at the Street Festival. That concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations in the Valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Let's talk about it. Bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to Kxo AM 1230 at 7 a.m. or on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to kxoradio.com for a podcast of the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of Kxo AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
Well, it's Page 2 of the local news with weather, all brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town. They have daily lunch specials Monday through Friday and happy hour 3 till 6 p.m. daily.
2024 Hopeville Carrot Festival. Well, it all starts February the 2nd.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah, that's right. The Carrot Express just passed through. That was his kissing cousin there that you heard. The event starts February the 2nd. The initial event is the Coronation Citizen of the Year banquet at the Hopeville Swiss Club. They will award the 2023 Citizen of the Year, President's Award, and the coronation of the 2024 Carrot Festival Queen, Princess, and Junior Princess. Doors open at 6 p.m. Ticket information is available at the Hopeville Chamber. The cookery contest begins February the 7th, hosted by the Women's Club. February the 8th, the carnival opens with the cookery contest. The February 9th date, that will be for the Carrot Festival kickoff concert featuring Table of Five. The concert is free. There will be tacos and a beer garden. The February 10th installment of the Carrot Festival will feature a mile and 5K races starting at 7 a.m. Applications are available at the Chamber office. The street fair starts at 8 a.m. The traditional Carrot Festival parade starts at 10 a.m. The Midway also starts at 10 a.m. There will be a student art show at 11 a.m. Parade awards will be announced at noon at the stage on Hope Avenue. The school drumline competition will be at the gazebo starting at 12:30 p.m. February the 11th, and there will be a street fair and the Carrot Carnival Midway until 10 p.m. 57-year-old man died Tuesday when he lost control of his UTV. The accident happened at about 3:37 p.m. in the open desert of the Imperial Sand Dunes recreation area. The Lake Havasu, Arizona man apparently lost control of his 2009 Polaris, causing the UTV to overturn. The driver was wearing a helmet but was not wearing his safety belt. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The accident remains under investigation. Livestream holding a blood drive in Brawley. It'll be held Friday at Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District in the city of Brawley. Donations will be accepted from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. Donations will receive a mini physical that includes reading the blood pressure, pulse, cholesterol levels, iron level, and temperature. The results will be posted on the donor's private online portal. Walk-ins are welcome. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
A Burgers and Beer, Christmas is one of the most important times of the year for us. It's a time for us to stop and give thanks for our blessings and celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Let the spirit of love gently fill our hearts and homes. In this loveliest of seasons, may you find many reasons for happiness. Wishing you and your family health, happiness, peace, and prosperity this holiday season and in the coming new year. From your Burgers and Beer family.
Here's Carroll Buckley with a weather update.
The National Weather Service says a fairly dry weather system will exit the region today, leaving below normal temperatures and gradual drying conditions in place going into the weekend. A second and even colder weather system will then affect the region on Sunday. Early morning freezing temperatures are likely across lower portions of the Imperial Valley early next week. 66 the high in the valley yesterday, 41 the overnight low. Trace amounts of precipitation reported throughout the valley. Today will be sunny with a high near 68. West wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Those winds will come out of the north this afternoon. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 40. West wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming east after midnight. Friday, sunny with a high near 68. South wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming north-northeast in the afternoon. Saturday, sunny with a high near 67. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming east. Mostly sunny on Sunday with a high near 63. West winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. 46 degrees downtown, 66% relative humidity. Right now, the wind is calm. Local news, page 2, and the weather brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family or meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
My name is Shelley Wilkinson, and I am an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially among those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
And it's sports time. Sports time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the very best care. Let's tour the NBA. The Pacers, they beat the Bucks 142-130. Hawks hammered the Thunder 141-138. It was the Pelicans topping the Timberwolves 117-106. The Knicks beat the Bulls 116-100. It was the Jazz over the Pistons in overtime 154-148. Meanwhile, the Kings topped the Magic 138-135. That went OT as well. Clippers, they clipped the Suns 131-122. Mavericks 126, Trailblazers 97. Raptors topped the Grizzlies 116-111. Rockets rolled over the Nets 112-101. Cavaliers, they didn't embarrass the Wizards. They just whipped them 140-101. Meanwhile, the Heat got by the Lakers 110-96. Lakers dropped below 500 with that loss. Well, the Padres have made a move. The San Diego Padres signed Korean reliever Woo Suk-go to a 2-year deal with a mutual option for a 3rd year. The deal expected to be worth about $4.5 million. The 25-year-old right-hander should help solidify a bullpen that has already added Japanese left-hander Yuki Matsui this past winter. Both are expected to be in the mix for back-end roles out of the bullpen.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
Well, let's find out what's going on in the NFL. Final regular season games this weekend. Cleveland will sit Joe Flacco and others, according to Coach Kevin Stefanski. Meanwhile, the Bills' Josh Allen said he's good to go when the Bills take on Miami Sunday night. That's a game you will hear on AM 1230. The Ravens will sit most valuable player favorite Lamar Jackson against the Steelers. Yeah, we've got the Steelers and the Ravens on Saturday at 1:30. Chiefs will rest Patrick Mahomes. Blaine Gabbert will get the start against the Chargers. Hey, I could start against the Chargers and beat them this year. Anyway, we've got football this weekend, the Steelers and the Ravens, followed by the Texans and the Colts Saturday. On Sunday, the final Sunday night game of the year, and that'll be the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Fish. We've got game. Sunday also on FM 107.5, it's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. That game, we've got game at 12:30 on FM 107.5. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. It's the Peanut Patch in Yuma. The Peanut Patch. What a great place to visit. I recommend you visit the Peanut Patch and enjoy. They're open Monday through Saturday, 9 till 5 Yuma time. And the store carries so many homemade, delicious chocolates, English toffee, pecan turtles, so many great things. Yeah, so much more than peanuts. The Peanut Patch. You get there by going to Yuma. Take Avenue 3E and go past MCAS Yuma until you come to East County 13th Street, turn left, and go for about another mile and a half, and you're at the Peanut Patch. The Peanut Patch. You know, they're so big, they even have their own post office. They'll ship anywhere in the universe from the Peanut Patch. It's a great way to spend a day, a Saturday or any day, a quick getaway that you will enjoy. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting of the public. Well, stocks began the new year with a sell-off, stalling the 2023 monster rally. Some investors said that the furious year-end rally has given way to consolidation as traders sell some of their holdings that have ballooned in recent weeks. Right now, on trading, kind of mixed results on the big board, and we will get to them. Meanwhile, Saudi energy giant Aramco, the world's largest integrated oil and gas company, is planning to up its investment in its Chinese partner as it expands its footprint in that country. Rongsheng, a Hangzhou-based privately owned refiner, said it's also discussing the possibility of taking a 50% stake in Saudi Aramco Jubail Refinery Company, the refining unit of the Saudi company, citing a memorandum of understanding the two sides had signed a day earlier. And the strike at General Motors plants in September and October took a bite out of its fourth quarter sales, but strong demand for the vehicles made at its other plants allowed the company to report a narrow gain in U.S. vehicle sales overall. Taking a look at what's going on the big board, as we said, a bit mixed right now. The Dow up 205 points at 37,634. The S&P 500 up 12 at 47,17. The NASDAQ down 6 at 14,586. And gold up $9.20 a barrel. Oil an ounce. You don't buy gold by the barrel unless you're Elon Musk. Gold up $9.20 an ounce. And oil down 37 cents a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 68. West winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Those winds coming out of the north this afternoon. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 40. West wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming east after midnight. Friday, sunny with a high near 68. South wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming north-northeast in the afternoon. And we have 46 degrees, 66% relative humidity, the wind calm. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes. You'll find them at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. CBS News just ahead. Local news scheduled throughout the day, when and where it happens as well, as we keep you informed. Don't forget about our website, kxoradio.com, and you can follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel, well, it's free.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO, El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Steve Kathan. First day back from winter break in Perry, Iowa, and a shooting this morning at a high school. Multiple victims first reported. Nothing official from police about casualties or information on the shooter. Reporter Alyssa Gomez of KCCI TV at the scene knows of at least one injury, and a teacher reported hearing 6 or 7 shots.
Police are on scene, fire department's on scene. They're just working to secure the area. This is a small-knit community, and this is obviously going to have a huge impact on the community as well. We've seen family members trying to get to their family in the building, make sure that they are safe.
On his trip to the southern border, House Speaker Mike Johnson took aim at a target of possible impeachment, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas.
Secretary Mayorkas is not a good faith negotiating partner. He is unwilling to enforce existing federal law. Why would we believe that he would do any new provision? He's lied to Congress repeatedly.
Mayorkas was on CBS Mornings.
There are bipartisan negotiations ongoing now. Republican and Democratic senators are at the table to discuss how the broken immigration system should be fixed.
A U.S. official says the American military carried out a drone strike in Iraq, killing a militia leader it blames for scores of recent attacks since the Hamas war began. CBS's Cammie McCormick.
The airstrike took place in central Baghdad, according to Iraqi officials. It comes as Israel's war with Hamas continues, and Iranian-backed militias have stepped up attacks on bases housing U.S. troops in Iraq and Syria.
In a filing today in federal court, former President Trump's defense asks a judge for sanctions against special counsel Jack Smith for continuing to file motions and arguments in the 2020 election conspiracy case. Trump has already appealed that case. Hundreds of pages of court documents now unsealed in a civil suit involving late financier and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell. CBS News legal analyst Ricky Kleeman says much of the material's already been out there.
It's people who may have been employed. It's people who may have gone to dinner or to a cocktail party at Jeffrey Epstein's home. It is not necessarily naming people who have engaged in actions that were anything like the deplorable actions of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Microsoft says starting later this month, some new personal computers that run the Windows operating system will have a special Copilot key that launches the software giant's AI chatbot. The Dow's up 200 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
So you're in the middle of a kitchen update, and you can't tell if that's a faucet stem or a flange. With the Home Depot app, doing doesn't miss a beat. It'll find what you need in a snap, and it'll show you how to find it in store with a tap. Or get it delivered free. For doing that doesn't stop. Download the Home Depot app. It's made for doing.
Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. The solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket, and the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get deep into grout. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Swiffer Power Mop! Swiffer Power Mop!
New details could emerge today in a Colorado courtroom about the owners of a funeral home where nearly 200 improperly stored bodies were discovered. CBS's Matt Piper.
Prosecutors are expected to provide new details in the case, including John Halford allegedly sending families fake ashes and leaving bodies to languish for years. Halford and his wife were arrested in November, more than a month after 190 improperly stored bodies were allegedly discovered inside their facility. The investigation began in October after neighbors reported an odor in the area. The pair stand accused of abusing corpses, stealing, laundering money, and forging documents.
The New York Times reports a former top lawyer for the D.C. National Guard has accused Army officials of retaliating against him for telling Congress that two top Army officers lied about why the deployment of the Guard was delayed during the 2021 Capitol attack. Earl Matthews calls it textbook whistleblower retaliation. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
You've got Carroll Buckley with the best oldies on the radio.
Hey, people look alive. Let's go. Come on, get up. Let's move it. Rise and shine. All way past the beauty sleep thing. Trust me.